Okay, so I have absolutely like no idea what to call. I need to go wash my hands. That's what I need to do. Yeah. Let's just clarify. I went to wash my hands because I had lip swatches on my hand. Anyway, I have like no idea what to call this video. I don't even know if this is something that is interesting. It's just something that it was like one of those ideas. Sorry, my nose ring is like driving me up the wall. Um it was just one of those ideas that came to me as I was like laying in bed last night. And when you're in that like twilight stage of like falling asleep, you think that everything is an amazing idea. So let's just run with it. I have in front of me products from my makeup collection that I'm not decluttering them because they're not like terrible, horrible products, but I just either like have a really hard time getting them to work for me, or they're products that I've heard other people like rave about and I can't understand why for the life of me. So if that sounds something that's interesting to you, maybe you can provide me with like some tips and tricks, and maybe I'm using stuff wrong. Stick around. Let's just, get right into it. So, the first thing I want to talk about is this Drunk Elephant. This is the most expensive thing that I have in front of me. It's the Drunk Elephant D Bronzy face serum. So it's anti-pollution sunshine serum. And so my understanding of this is that this is supposed to, you would mix this with like your moisturizer or your primer, and it helps to give your skin like this nice subtle glow, and it's supposed to be really like beneficial and like hydrating to your skin. Every time I use it, I mix it with a moisturizer, and I tend to mix it with like a thicker moisturizer because this is a serum and I don't want it to like really shear out and thin out the moisturizer too much. So I do use a thicker moisturizer, but every time I use it, it's like I just don't get that glowy effect. I don't feel any skin benefits. Like it's just really hard for me to want to reach for this. So, and I hear so many people like rave about this. So I want to love it. I want to use it, especially because it's expensive. So it is something that I'm going to continue like to play around with, even though we're like approaching winter. Like I don't care. I still like a glowy look all year round. I think it's nice. But my point is if you have this, or if you have the same issues that I have, where you just can't like understand why this is so hyped and loved, like let me know. Or if you have an answer and a solution to my problem, let me know. The next thing on here, let's talk about primers. So the first one is this Catrice Prime and Fine Goodbye Pores. I'm a sucker. If it says Goodbye Pores, I'm gonna buy it because I think my pores are atrocious, like around my nose area. This, it's not terrible. It's like a silicone based primer. It really looks and feels like the Benefit, what is that called? This feels and looks like that, but I just don't feel like this does anything for my pores. I still feel like you can greatly see them. I feel like it sits heavy, and some of my foundations do not play well with this. So the way I like to apply pore filling primers, is I will apply this before like my other primer. So I'll put a little bit of this in my hand and like mush it between my fingers, and then like I do like this kind of like patting motion right in here, just because I feel like that really helps kind of get the primer into the problem areas. And then I'll take like a more like, especially this time of year, like a more hydrating primer, and really do that like around the perimeters. So I don't know, maybe my application technique is wrong, but I have, other pore filling primers in my collection that I love, and I use the same technique with them, and it's fine there. So I just don't get it. The next one, I'm actually almost finished with this. It's from the Body Shop. It's their Tea Tree Pore Minimizing Primer. Now, I got this not because it was pore minimizing. I got it for the fact that it had tea tree in it. And I tend to, especially like here around my chin, if I eat something that like my body is just like, nope, then it's like 2 days later, I have a really intense breakout. So I bought this and the Body Shop Tea Tree face wash, thinking like, okay, tea tree oil is like really good. Like that's going to help really, I'm not like a skincare expert. I'm just like going off of like what I've read online. So don't take my word with like a grain of salt. But tea tree is supposed to be really great at like helping like problem breakout areas and helping with the redness and the inflammation and things like that. So that's why I got this in the face wash. The face wash I should actually go get and throw that in this video as well, because I just don't feel like either one of these help with like breakouts or redness or like irritation. So I'm going to use them because they're not like terrible products. Like they're not making me break out. They're just not helping any active breakout. And I guess like one other reason why I do want to like finish them off and use them up is I do actually enjoy the scent of tea tree oil. I really think that it helps to like wake me up. Like it's a very in your face kind of smell. So, let's talk about this since it's like in skincare, and then we'll move on to like the makeup items that I have. So this is the Formula 10.0.6, the Bee Berry Radiant AHA mask. Is that even? Yeah. So I got this and I really like AHA masks. I really feel, I used to have such bad textured skin, like right here, like basically where you would put your highlighter. So I never wore highlighter. But once I found like AHAs, I really fell in love with them, and that really took away all of my texture. Now, I feel like AHAs really help my skin to like, with that resurfacing, it makes it feel really soft and smooth, and I like that. And I guess too, like I'm a little bit afraid, like is the texture gonna come back if I like quit using them? So I picked this up because it was significantly cheaper, and the reviews of it online were good. Like people were saying like this was a good product. But when I use this, I don't see any difference in my skin, and it doesn't feel any different. So it doesn't look any different. It doesn't feel any different. Like it doesn't feel softer. It doesn't feel like better. It doesn't feel cleaner. And then the other thing, like the scent of this is horrible. It's grape, and I don't like it. So I'm just going to power through this mask, and maybe it'll get better. I don't know. I tend to use this like 1 to 2 times a week just because I don't have like sensitive skin, but I don't want to put on like something with AHA in it every night on my skin either. So the last things that I have are makeup items. So this is the First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Tinted Moisturizer in the shade Fair. So this is the lightest shade that they have, and it's very yellow. Like, no. And normally when I buy products like this, like I'm like a light or light neutral, like something like that, like not the fairest shade, but the light was definitely dark and the fair is definitely yellow. And I realized with like tinted moisturizers, like you're trying to you're trying to cover like a broad range of like skin tones with like one product, or at least that's how I feel they approach it. So I get that it's not going to be like perfect. So that's the first thing. Not only is it like very yellowy, but this is greasy. Like it just feels gross on my skin, and it doesn't like set down. Like I have the CoverGirl BB cream and I have the Misha Perfecting BB cream, and both of those, they feel a lot nicer. They go on a lot nicer. They're more like smoothing and like creamy, and they actually like set down and dry down. Like I don't have to powder them at all. Like I can just go like put those on and go about my day. This is just, it won't set down. Like it slips and slides all over my face. So I don't know, like, do you use this? Do you use it with a primer? Do you set it? Do you like, I don't know, should I just actually use this as like a moisturizer and not more as like a BB cream? Like I get that this isn't gonna have the same amount of coverage as like a BB or a CC cream, but I got it because I thought it would just be nice for like no makeup days where like I just want to like tone down the redness and stuff and like head out the door. But it's just, it's not good. Like I just can't get it to work for me. So yeah, if you have this, how do you use it? The next two things, I have heard so many good things about ColourPop's lippy sticks. So I have the shades with the band, and I like it. And I think both of these shades have been discontinued at this point. But I'm going to swatch these right quick. When I swatch them, they feel really nice. And I am like excited to have these. So this is this like more cinnamony, like peppery reddish one is I like it, and then the more pink one is with the band. So they feel really nice when I like put them on my hands, but when I like actually wear these, they are just very drying, and they don't wear well. Like they start to crumble, and then they especially like crumble here on like the inside of the lip, and so then you have that like funny like discoloration. And I've tried so many things. Like I've tried, before I put these on, like to do a lip scrub and then like a really heavy duty like lip balm and let that really sink in before I put any lip products on, and it still does the same thing. Like I've tried it, you know, just so many different various ways. I really like the colors and the shape, like the colors. I really want to be able to use these and love these, and especially since I hear nothing but good things about them. But I don't know, they're very dry. They feel like a liquid lipstick to me, not like a creamy, you know, lipstick on my lips, but like on my hand, like they feel very creamy. So I don't know, maybe too, I did buy these when ColourPop had them on sale, and they were like, it was the last call sale where like once this is gone, it's gone. So maybe they're just old. Like I don't know, they still smell fine. They don't smell bad. They don't, like I said, when you put them on here, they're fine. So I don't know. If you have any tips or tricks, let me know. Maybe it's just the shades are bad, because like I know sometimes like they'll come out with like a shade line in a particular formula, and like not all of the colors are up to par with like the other ones. So I don't know. The last product I have, I am almost finished with, but I have another bottle of it. Why do I have two if I don't like it? So this was something that I got from Ulta to try it, and then the post office lost my order, so I contacted them, and they like argued with me, and I contacted Ulta, and they were so nice that they just reshipped my order. So then both packages showed up on my doorstep. So that's how I ended up with two bottles of this. This is the Smashbox Luminous, no, not the Luminous, it's the Studio Skin Foundation, and I have mine in the shade 1.2. So it was like laying on its side, but it is like down to here, like at the bottom lettering of this bottle. Like I have really worked through this. I just cannot get it to work. I cannot get it to look good. I have tried every primer that I have with it. I've even worn it without primer, and it just sits on top of my skin. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't sink in. It doesn't like absorb and like warm up to my skin. Like it just looks terrible no matter what. I've tried applying it with my fingers, because I know, like, well, I don't know, like I heard somewhere that Smashbox is all about like your hands are your natural brushes. So I've tried it with my fingers. I have tried it with sponges. I have tried it with so many different foundation brushes that I have, like Sigma, Real Techniques, Tarte, things like that. And it never looks good, and it emphasizes like every pore texture, like right here. It doesn't want to stick to certain areas of my face, like especially like the smile lines and around my nose. Like it just, I don't know what it is. It like rubs off so easily. So I'm really upset, because I do want to like this. I like the feel of it. Like it's a very lightweight foundation, and I like those. And it does have pretty decent coverage, like not my most full coverage foundation, but it is on the more thinner side, and it feels a lot nicer on my skin than like some of the thicker foundations that I have. So it's like a nice change of pace. But like I said, it just, no matter how I apply it or what I put it on with, like it just never looks right. And it just, I don't know, it really makes me upset, and I feel like it rubs off so easily, no matter if I set it, if I don't, if I spray it, if I don't. Like I don't know. I don't get it. So if this is like your go-to Holy Grail foundation, like please let me know your routine, because I would love to try it and, you know, see if I can actually make this work, especially since I have a whole nother bottle of it. And I don't have anyone in my life that is like the same skin tone as me. So plus I really do, like, I just want to make it work. Like, that was the whole point of this. These are all products that I am not ready to just give up on, like, because I've heard so many good things about them and so many people rave about them, that I want to reach out and ask, like, do you have any tips and tricks for them so that I can make them work and love them? So I'm really sorry if this video is rambly. It was kind of like a spur of the moment, but I had fun enjoying this. Like, I am curious to see like what you guys have to say, like what you recommend. So yeah, thank you in advance for any help and thank you in advance for any like tips and tricks that you leave me. I really enjoy like connecting and talking to you guys in the comments. It's always fun. So thank you, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.